is here, which means more time for sunshine and those sneaky springtime sunburns that seem to appear out of nowhere. As estheticians, we see it all the time. You step out on a chilly spring day only to find yourself with rosy cheeks a few hours later. This week, we're diving into everything you need to know about sunscreens. I'm Samantha Dunch, a licensed esthetician of 22 years, owner of Skin Deep Aesthetics, author, and founder of Zozo Skincare. What is sunscreen? Sunscreen shields your skin from harmful UV rays that cause skin damage. There are two types of sunscreen. One absorbs and the other reflects. Sunscreen is made up of various active chemical or mineral ingredients that form a protective layer on the skin. This barrier prevents premature aging, hyperpigmentation, and skin cancer. What does SPF mean? SPF stands for Sun Protection Factor. It's a measure of how long you can safely be in the sun before burning. For example, an SPF 15 means you have about 15 minutes longer to be in the sun before you burn. We often assume that the higher the SPF number, the more protection, but that's not entirely true. The higher the number just means more chemicals are added. All sunscreen protects about 97% of the sun's rays, so even an SPF 100 doesn't protect 100%. And that's why we still get tan when we use sunscreen. UV rays come in two forms, UVA and UVB. UVA, think of A for aging. It's a long wavelength that penetrates deep into the skin, breaking down collagen and elastin by creating free radicals. Free radicals are an unstable molecule made during normal cell metabolism. UVA rays are always present and can penetrate glass. UVB, think of B for burning. They're shorter wavelengths responsible for sunburns, skin cancer, and DNA damage. UVB rays are strongest during the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Sunscreen versus sunblock. Sunscreen uses chemical ingredients to absorb UV rays and converts them to heat, which is then released from the body. Most sunscreens protect from UVB rays only. Sunscreens made from chemical ingredients such as avobenzone, homosalate, and oxasalate, among other names. These formulas are light and easily spread onto the skin. If you have oily, acne-prone, or sensitive skin, it's best to avoid chemical sunscreens. These sunscreens are more likely to be irritating or comedogenic. Sunblock uses minerals to reflect both UVA and UVB rays away from the skin, like a mirror. Physical sunscreens create a barrier on the skin and include ingredients such as zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Ideal for all skin types, including acne-prone and sensitive skin, but it can leave a white cast on the skin. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are minerals and naturally white in color. They sit on top of the skin to reflect the UV rays. Does sunscreen expire? Yes. Expired sunscreen is dangerous and can lead to skin irritation or sunburns. Unopened, good for up to 3 years from the manufacturing date. Opened, use within 6 months, especially if exposed to heat or sunlight, a wet or humid environment, or air from opening and closing the lid. Best practice, start fresh and open a new bottle every spring. Do you need sunscreen when using retinol? Retinol increases skin sensitivity to the sun due to its peeling effect. This makes daily SPF use a must. When using retinol, your skin goes through micropeeling, which is not always visible to the naked eye. However, fresh, vulnerable cells are being exposed to the harsh effects of the environment. If you intend to protect your skin with SPF, you can continue retinol use during the summer. Continued retinol use is more effective than stopping for the summer and starting back up in the fall. Sunscreens to avoid. The first is chemical ingredients such as oxybenzone or oxycinate. These ingredients harm marine life and cause coral bleaching. Many sunscreen ingredients wash off in the water. The next time you're at the pool or the beach, notice how oily the water looks. Often, this is caused by people showing up, applying their sunscreen, and getting in the water. Your SPF needs 15 to 20 minutes to soak in, otherwise you rinse it right off. The second is sunscreen sprays. I despise sunscreen sprays for two reasons. One is inconsistent application of sunscreen, especially on a windy day. And two, it contains toxic chemicals that absorb into the skin and the bloodstream. Think of how smelly a sunscreen spray is. You go to the beach, you can smell that a mile away. This is also not good for your endocrine system. Spray sunscreens use aerosol, which uses a propellant, specifically a pressurized gas, to pump product out. What's even more frustrating is the FDA suggests that parents hold off on spray sunscreens on kids until we know more. How many parents grab sunscreen because it's quick, easy, and convenient? And why is the FDA doing nothing about this product? The future of sunscreen, called sunification. Consumers want to protect their skin from the sun and have products specifically with SPF. Last week in our Skinimalism blog, we talked about simple is better. This especially is true when it comes to wearing sunscreen. And consumers are speaking up about it. Consumers want SPF in their serums, moisturizers, and makeup. From an esthetician standpoint, putting SPF in a serum is ineffective because serums must penetrate the skin in order to be effective, and SPF must sit on top of the skin in order to protect. Having a moisturizing SPF means one step in the morning. Moisturizing sunscreens contain hydrating and protective ingredients. Lastly, makeup containing SPF is also on the rise. BB or CC moisturizing creams with SPF cover, help even the skin tone, and replace the need for foundation. Looking to stock up on sunscreen? Visit our website and check out our sunscreen blog in the resource section to check out our face and body sunscreen recommendations so you stay protected year-round.